Welcome back to Feed the Beast Monster. I'm CZSurvivor, and today we're going to be continuing with bees, but today we're going to get a bit more advanced than manually breeding them. Okay, we're doing selective breeding, but I'm thinking we're going to get into genetic modification, inoculating them and powering them. But first, we actually need to get to a higher tier of bee. So, we've got a few things to do, and we've got some machines to build. So, what I'm going to do is get those machines built, but first, as you can see, this is the design that I'm going with basically. You see all this oak wood? This is going to be replaced with mahogany wood, which you get from tree breeding. Now that's something down the line once I get to it, but for now I thought, well, I've got a plan, I know what to do, I'm going to go with mahogany. So yeah, next of all, the machines, I'm going to move all these, well, this one machine from the extra bees, the gene pool, up there. I'm also going to move any one similar to it, so the purifier, the synthesizer, and the inoculator, and the isolator that come along with it, and also two other machines up into that room there, and we can have a look what they all are. Okay, new plan. So rather than having them up at the top of the tree thing, I'm going to have them in the basement. As you can see, I've already crafted it, well, built it. And here we have the gene pool set up. So I did a bit of thinking and came up with this design. So we have some facades covering up the ME cable running down the back here, as you can see. We've got stone bricks here, and we've got a level limiter and an input bus here. So you can see things that are working and you know what's going on. Then I put here a tesseract, put energy cable, and then put some covers because this block is a bit awkward, having been well, it's a full-size block, but you can see behind it partly. So yeah, and with the facades I just put stone brick at the back, so even though you can see through it, all you're going to see is stone brick. I'll probably want to turn that one into stone brick as well. Thank you. So yeah, so next of all I've got to get the machines. Right, so for some of these machines I'm going to need an enhanced circuit board and, if I can remember its name, a basic circuit board, which both require a bucket of water. So I just hooked up the carpenter here, and we now have these two parts. So yeah, so now I've set up this, which is a ME fluid interface here, and it's got liquid DNA. There's none left in the system, and I put some opaque fluid ducts here because we're never going to see them, so it's less lag, and it's just pumping liquid DNA up into here, as you can see. And I stuck a surfer one there, and behind the wall here, like last time, there is a tesseract. I don't know if you can see it, the tesseract, and I've got the conduits behind the back. So yeah, that's that. Right, so last machine setup. Here we have a precision export bus set to move single item / craft glowstone. Then right, want to get out of here. We have two machines. We have a mutagen producer and the advanced mutatron. Now the difference between the mutatron and the advanced mutatron is the advanced mutatron, let's say two bees have a chance to become two different species. So they could either become species A or species B. When the regular mutatron, you can't call that choice, it's 50-50, or the 6 bees, whatever the percentage is, it will be. Advanced mutatron, you can pick which bee you want, so it makes life a lot easier and nicer. So the only downside is these machines run on mutagen, which is either produced from redstone or glowstone, and that could be in its block or dust form. So yeah, bit awkward, but the power it gives you, I do not care. Also, be warned before you plug them into your power network. They store a stupid amount of power. I found out that the hard way on Agrarian Skies. killed me a network. Couldn't even pull up the backup generators out of the network. I forgot to put them in the chest. But yeah, I fixed all that, if you watched it. So, now that we got that, I like how the generators and mute things are done, but not my real favourite extra bees things. But hey, so yeah, there's one more extra bee thing that I need, but I need the next tier of bee. So let's get on to some bee breeding. Right, so we want to create a new bee. So what we're going to create is the cultivated, which requires a common and a forest. So I'm taking a forest princess and a common drone. I'm going to put it in our advanced mutatron. So we're going to put a queen and a common drone, and as it says, cultivated queen. We'll click on it. Oh, and we need one more item actually. So did I not teach the system how to make it? Okay, one little mistake, easily fixed.
Right, so we now have an export bus underneath set to move single item / craft genetics labware. So we're going to put that back, we're going to put you back in there, and we're going to tell it to produce us a cultivated queen. It's taking the bees, and we have it, a cultivated queen. Now we're going to need could probably actually tell it to stop making meadows. I think we'll cut the meadows and we'll turn that onto high. So yeah, get it to stop making meadows, and we'll put the right. So I've got some things going. So in here we have our cultivated drone and cultivated princess going away. As you can see, they keep breeding and going up into princesses. Now over here, ooh, I've just realised, don't the rocket drones need something else? I'm sure they need a special block. No, it's fine. My mistake. I can't remember what flower the Rocky Queen needs. I'll have to have a look at that, but it seems to be working, so it must, whatever it is, it must be nearby. So what I'm doing here is I've got common drones going into it with a Rocky Queen. Now, what we're going to do is just keep these common drones going and going until this Rocky Queen takes all the common drones' gene traits. Because you can just keep breeding in common drones, the same one over and over again, because these are all identical. And then we'll eventually get a pure common queen that is exactly the same as the common drone. And we'll know it's exactly the same because all of its drones that it produces will be identical, and they will all stack with this common drone. I wonder, what does Rocky Cones produce? Just curiosity before I go. Oh, it's just beeswax and honey. I think it's just got a lower chance than other cones to produce it. And one thing to know, Rocky Queens only produce one offspring. But if you've had a Silk Touch quarry running, or you've had a normal quarry running, you will either have a lot of Rocky Hives if you've had a Silk Touch, or B, a lot of Rocky Queens and drones in your system. Either way. And most people use them as the base for other drones, so they just, other bees, so they take it, they either inoculate it or breed it with other drones. So yeah, let me get some common, let me get this common princess and we'll be back. Oh, so, you know when I said I heard a ghast, probably last episode, I was wondering what these dark patches of grass I saw around, well, not dark, pale patches of grass, and I've just been going around whilst I was waiting for those bees, and it turns out that it didn't stay a single plains biome. It's got tiny little pockets of nether, and well, we have a nether fortress here, so I thought I'd tell you. Ooh, diamonds, that's nice. Gold, pet armor, must be a mod that adds pets. So yeah, I've got a nether fortress, but that means mobs will spawn down here because it's dark. Ooh, I don't like mobs. Not unless it goes to testing my mob systems. If they're not in my mob traps, they're just plain annoying.
I was going to chop down that tree, but then I saw the Nether Fortress. Just that, why have two imposing trees? Having this one here makes that one look less unique. So I was going to chop this down, but whilst there's mobs, I think I'll leave it. I'll probably do it off camera. So we've now got our common and cultivated. We can now produce either diligent or noble. We want noble. Reason why: noble allow you to get to, I forgot what they're called now. I know how to. I know one thing that uses them: serum, which we need. A serum vial. What is it? Royal jelly. We need, and they're produced by noble bee. Well, not produced by noble. I'll show you what they're produced by in a second. Wrong way out thing. Go in here, and we can set you to ignore, and that'll be automated. So empty serum vial. Royal jelly is only produced by Imperial, which leads the problem. Now, you also need dripping combs, which you get from noble, majestic, Imperial, which is convenient. What are these slippery comb? Oh, rotary craft. They produce canola seeds. Well, that's different. Why are they so? Oh right, it's show. Oh, because it produces multiple combs. It's showing it in different orders. Yeah. So yeah, we want the Imperial Queen because it gives us dripping comb. Okay, not as a high percent chance as the majestic, but we need more. We need royal jelly, so we can have dripping combs and royal jelly. The dripping comb gives you honeydew, which can be used to make ambrosia, glistening melons, and blank templates. Do we actually even need it for what I'm trying to do? No. Maybe dissipation charges in the overworld. But yeah, that's what we're trying to do. So I'm going to continue working off camera till we get the bee that we want. Cultivated plus noble will now get us a majestic queen. Slow and steadily working towards it. Next step will be... Oh, you can make prehistoric bees. Oh, I didn't know about that. Well, next step will be the Imperial Queen. So yeah, still more breeding to go. And we're almost done. We now will have our Imperial Queen. And here we go, we have our Imperial Queen, which now means we can now make royal jelly, which means we can isolate specific gene traits that we want using the isolator, and we can also build the inoculator, which requires serum. So yeah, wrong one, I want to put it in here. So yeah, we're done. Just been working with these bees. It's taken me quite a while. Bees are a slow, tedious process. By the end of it, they can make you diamonds, emeralds, rubies, uranium, basically anything. They came before magical crops, which became the shortcut to this, and everyone seems to like magical crops more. But I can see why, but I like to mess around with bees. Ever since doing the Agrarian Skies, it made me really want to mess around with it. So yeah. Now, unfortunately, we've run out of time for this episode. So, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did enjoy, hit that like button. If you're new to the channel, well then subscribe. What are you waiting for? Got any comments, questions? Drop them down in the comment section below. I'll answer them if possible. Stay well, and Survivor out.